Good auras and good vibes. Welcome. Note speaking, and I want to thank you for tuning into another episode on my channel. Now, if you've tuned into the previous episode, then you already know that we're here to talk about air. Well, not exactly, the air element. I've broken down a few crystals that I've owned based on the Western Hemisphere's version of the elemental system. Today, we're here to talk about the air element. The zodiacs affiliated with the air element are Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius. Aquariuses? Being balanced with your air element can help you with communication, intelligence, and it can even help you with your adventurous side as well. But it can also help on clear decision making as well, helping you make decisions based on your head, not your heart. And as always, like, share, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to tickle the bell icon for notifications. Well, let's start. Amethyst, like the previous stone in the last video, is a very, very popular crystal. Amethyst is a violet-colored crystal, part of the quartz family. It gets its color from two factors: irradiation impurities and the presence of other trace elements. You can find amethyst in the air. Just playing, more like in volcanic rocks of Brazil and mines in South Korea. You can also find it in several states in the US. Back in the ancient days, it was largely used by the Egyptians and the Greeks. It was used as a protector, and they also believed that it helped in the aid of sobering up. I wonder why. Citrine. Fun fact about this one: many of the citrines that you know of and care to know aesthetically pleasing is actually tampered and altered slightly. Yeah, everything is mine, everything is tampered with, correct? Yes, in a sense. But actually, with citrine, most citrines are amethyst, just heat treated to change the color from a violet into more of a goldenish yellow color. The dead giveaway, the chalky white corners or the bottom part, which were originally clear before the baking. Even though it is not as common as you and I would like to believe it is, doesn't mean finding it is completely impossible. You can find it in the Congo or in Bristol, but chances are the citrine that you and I own are treated with heat. And that's fine. That is perfectly fine. It's all about the energies. Raw citrine in itself is more of a brownish yellow with a smoky appeal. You can honestly mistake it for smoky quartz. I know I almost did when I had it. Regardless of the authenticity of your citrine, remember the law of energy. Whether heat treated or mined, focus your intentions and you will be able to hone in and take flight. Blue lace agate is formed of a combination of chalcedony and quartz. A chalcedony is a cryptocrystalline formed from silica quartz and meganite. Agate itself dates back to the ancient Greeks. Unfortunately, because it forms with metamorphic rock, it's hard to pinpoint the exact origin of agate itself. Today's blue lace agate can be found predominantly in Namibia, which is a country right above South Africa. Small traces, however, can be found in places like China and Brazil. Sodalite is a deep royal blue mineral, but it can also be found in greens, yellows, and violet colors as well. Its first discovery was by the Europeans in Greenland in 1811, which is fairly recent considering the history of some others. Like, wow. It's a solid stone, yet fragile. Named after its sodium content, it's very similar to other stones such as lapis lazuli. It just doesn't contain any pyrite. Its cleavage is very, very poor, leading to its many cracks and smudges at the surfaces. And no, by cleavage, I don't mean the cracks between the breasts of my rock. Cleavage, summed up in a nutshell, is pretty much the ability of give on the surface of a stone based on their atomic structure. Hope I didn't lose you. Hematite. It's a fairly common iron oxide. Its colors can range anywhere from black, gray to reddish, and it could be found just about anywhere. From the ground to hot springs and even volcanic remnants, this stone is scattered throughout the earth. Like, it's even more dispersed than oxygen itself. Okay, a bit over-exaggerated, but it's no wonder why it falls under the air stones. It's found along much iron deposits. However, it's harder than iron, yet much, much more brittle. Oh, and fun fact, yes, for those who haven't noticed, my hematite ring did in fact shatter recently. Another story for another day. Lastly, according to NASA, its Mars Global Surveyor, MGS, detected a spectral trace of hematite in 1996. And in 2004, the exploration rover Opportunity observed large amounts of hematite spherules. Now, if that doesn't scream where there is air, there is hematite, I don't know what will. Air is such an interesting element. Come to think of it, without air, none of these specific gemstones would have been formed. There are many reasons why one wants to be connected to the air element, whether it be because it ties you to your personal zodiac, or simply because you want to be closer connected to the element and the properties that it possesses. Regardless of your reasoning, I know the element will sway you into the right direction. Stay tuned. Fire is up next.